I think the thing that was most surprising to me was the extent to which foreign banks were borrowing from the Fed, and in great amounts, and that was something that we hadn't thought about before. And this data, which is incredibly detailed, will give us a very, very good insight into how global the crisis was.
But why were they borrowing from the Fed? Why not from the ECB or from the Bank of England?
I think part of the reason was that the Fed had more money than the others, but most importantly was the fact that they had dollar-denominated assets, mostly all those mortgage-backed securities which were here in the US. So the Fed had to provide the solution to those problems.
How do you think the American public is going to react when they hear about the amount of support that was provided to non-American banks, essentially with the US taxpayers' money?
I think this is going to be bad news for the Fed. The Fed is already under fire from a lot of people in Congress for rescuing Wall Street instead of the American people. That's a common charge leveled against the Fed. The fact now that foreign banks, some of them well-known like UBS and Barclays and RBS, some even lesser known such as the German Landesbank, were using the money from the Fed, and you could argue the US taxpayer, to fund themselves, is not going to go down very well with the American public.